There is a sort of Calvinistic streak that runs through at least American society that lauds hard work. Hard work is, I guess, rightfully seen as something to strive for, to admire in people, people willing to work hard. But uh, I think it can get a little slippery when it comes to creative work when we use that word too much, where we kind of romanticize it, glamorize it. We call something hard usually when it's simply not easy, which is to say we have to concentrate, where it doesn't come quickly, where it takes us long enough that we might want to quit, whether it's practicing something on the guitar or working on a novel and not having it come together what like we wished it would. But I think it is critical that we remember what happens, what's going on really when we're working, when we're writing, and we don't know the way forward. Because this happens all the time. Now, a lot of times when we write, we do know the way forward. The sentence, especially some of us writing dialogue, when you write dialogue, used to be the case for me. That came quickly, often. And sometimes writing paragraphs of prose comes quickly. It doesn't always come slow. Often we know what we want to come next and what we want to come next and what we want to come next. But then we come to those moments where we don't know what we want to come next, where the answer isn't immediately obvious to us. And so we wait and we wait and ideas come forward and we test them out and a lot of them don't work. But what are we testing for? How do we know when it does work? Well, it's effortless. The right word, the right sentence, the right idea requires no force. And the problem I have with the word hard, and again, I'm a writer, so language, it matters, is it would suggest force, pushing. And creatively, there should be no pushing. What we are seeking, in fact, what we are seeking is the effortless way forward. That is the goal, effortlessness. And if we romanticize hard work, we need it to almost stay hard for it to be meaningful. And it doesn't have to be. You know, I've written 1,000 little essays for Author Magazine. It's not hard. I understand it. Doesn't mean they aren't valuable, and I enjoy them. And sometimes it takes a little longer than others, but I would never call it hard. I understand it. I know where I need to go to do it, but that took some practice. It doesn't have to be hard, and that's not our goal. The goal is effortlessness. The goal is fun. The goal is enjoyment. And when ideas come and they aren't the right idea for that story, then they won't fit and it will be hard to try to write the story in the wrong way. I have tried to write stories I didn't want to write. That was hard. I had to write an essay for a magazine. I had agreed to write it and I did, but it was not the kind of essay I like to write. It didn't have emotional content to it, and that was hard to write because I didn't want to write it. It wasn't interesting to me. I got it done, but man, it was like pulling teeth. So yeah, if people ask, you work hard. Yeah, you sit down every day. Maybe you have a contract, maybe you don't. You don't give up. Fine. You can tell them you work hard, but that's not the goal. The goal is easy. The goal is effortless. That's how you know you're doing it right. That's how you know you're on the right path. Yes, indeed. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Always love to share these ideas with you. If you don't want to miss a dose, hit subscribe. And if you like it, say so. I like to hear from you. So until next week, this is Bill Kenower. Stay fearless.